Wolfe Island was Wolfe Island, and the residents here, I mean, they thought they were the only Wolfe Islanders, you see.
Right.
And a couple of them told me, you know, you'll never be a Wolfe Islander unless your grandparents are buried here.
Right.
So I said, well, I'll tell you what I'll do. If I like it and stay here, then maybe I'll have them shipped over.
You emigrated, or?
Yeah, I came to the island when I was 19.
When you were 19?
That was in 1948, so that tells you how old I am.
Okay. You came from
Holland.
From Holland.
What happened in those days, I mean, the government put out, I guess, statements or something of people that wanted to come.
Okay.
And then somebody, a sponsor, figured out,
So-
well, I could use him. See, they didn't want you on welfare right off the bat.
Right.
So you had to.
So who sponsored you then?
A fellow by the name of Jack Campbell, he owned the fishing lodge here. Yeah, my father, mother, and a sister, and then another sister came after her.
So you were the first. And were there a lot of Dutch that came over to Wolfe Island, or
A couple of years later.
Oh, a couple of years later.
Yeah, there were quite a number of them.
And what was there? What was the reason for that? Just, I mean, what was the connection?
Well, you know, at that time, a couple of years later, you didn't need the sponsor anymore.
Okay.
So a lot of people come over and bought farms that were cheap, you know.
Oh, because there was good
Yeah.
land, good price land here,
Yeah,
kind of thing.
so that's what happened.
And when did you get involved in politics then?
1985.
85.
But I had another business then.
Okay. In
The
after,
island here.
after 77.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I bought another place up here, fishing lodge, the
Okay.
Hitchcock House. I was working at the lodge, and a couple of fellas I knew, they drove in and they said, "We need you." And I said, "What do you want?" Well, we want you to go in and run for council. I said, "Oh no, I got enough to do." But then finally they convinced me, and I ran. And at the time I didn't really care whether I got in or not. But anyway, once I did, I mean, then it's a different story.
Right. So you were council first before
Oh,
you
yeah.
went for Reeve, right?
I was council one term, and then I was deputy the next term, and then Reeve after that. I mean, I had a hell of a time on the island here, but never was Reeve, you know. I wanted the new library, because the old one, you know, the roof leaked and the books got wet, and I said, the first chance I get, we're going to build a new library. So we did.
Yeah.
It's a nice library.
Yeah.
As a matter of
Yeah,
fact,
I know. It's a model for...
we had 15 libraries in Frontenac County, and they said this was the nicest library in the county.
Yeah.
But there was a struggle too, you know.
Right.
Well, first of all, we had to buy the land. We had a minister in Toronto, you know, and I said, "Look, you own that property there at the corner, yeah?" I said, "Sell it to us for $1." "Oh, can't do that." So then we had to have it appraised, paid the appraisal price for the property, you know. But I still went through and set up a committee. And that's how it goes in politics, you know. Set up a committee. I said, I don't want to do this alone, so I invited 3 or 4 people on the island. I thought they were kind of spark plugs, you know. And so the first meeting we had, one of them said, "I'm not in favor of this." I said, "Why not?" "Well, I'll never go in that library." I said, "No, you probably won't." But I said, "What about your kids and your grandchildren? You think maybe they might?" You know, and I had to keep selling and selling. Finally, "Where are you going to get the money?" I said, "Well, borrow it." "You don't borrow money." I said, "Why not?" I said, "There's no sin in borrowing money, right?"
Mm-hmm.
And we debentured it, paid off in 10 years. They got a beautiful library, it's paid for, it's, you know. So anyway, those are things that I got myself involved in a little bit.
So you stayed in politics right to amalgamation? Is that right?
To amalgamation until the first the first Frontenac county after amalgamation.
So you were in the first. You did the first.
Yeah. The
So
first
98 to 2000.
Yeah, to 2000.
2000 to
Yeah.
that election.
Yeah.
But you were Reeve of just Wolfe Island. It was just Wolfe Island before
Yeah,
that.
but then after that was
Wolfe
and Howe Island, all the islands are around
Right.
here. I mean, people came to me and they said, you know, what are the options? And they said, is Kingston an option? And I said, no, not as far as I'm concerned. And in hindsight, I think that was the best decision we ever made, because if we had joined Kingston, we'd have one member from Wolfe Island sitting on city council, and you can figure out what would happen there. But the idea of having 11 people against you every time you make a suggestion.
Yeah, instead of 25% of the votes.
And as a matter of fact, during the amalgamation, at the end, I mean, everybody agreed, and I hadn't agreed yet.
Oh, to the deal.
To the deal.
Right.
And if I decided, look, Wolfe Island's not interested, then the whole deal would have collapsed.
Okay.
Because then it didn't matter, you know, whether the other three decided yes or no or whatever.
Right.
But
So what brought you over then?
well, I think you know, you got to think of the whole county, not just yourself.
Right.
You know, that's how it came about. It was not you know, it wasn't a perfect marriage, but I don't think there's too many perfect marriages anyway. You're never a hero.
Right. Yeah.
In municipal politics, or any politics, I guess.
Right.
You're never a hero.
Yeah.
People say you're either a bum or a hero, and I said, well, what the hell? Pick something in between then.